Ghost noises.
Beware. Do not read this book from beginning to end. You are about to enter a house of countless horrors, where your worst nightmares will come true. Read the directions at the bottom of each page carefully. Take your time before turning each page. A different terror lurks behind every door and in each shadow. The slightest misstep could mean instant death. Or worse. Wait, do you really mean that? I mean, how can anything get worse? Well, don't look at me. Yes, I know we only have so much time, but, this is my time. So I can stop whenever... Beware. Do not read this book from beginning to end. You are about to enter a house of countless horrors, where your worst nightmares will come true. Read the directions at the bottom of the page carefully. Take your time before turning each page. A different terror lurks behind every door and in each shadow. The slightest misstep could mean instant death, or worse. But don't despair. If you are clever, courageous, and just plain lucky, you may survive the long, dark night in this house of monsters and see the light of day once more. So take a deep breath and brace yourself for what lies ahead. Bloodthirsty vampires, howling werewolves, powerful zombies, and Frankenstein's monster himself await your arrival.
SexyHackers.com.
Life is like a story with many paths to choose. I gotta get some good friends to help me make it through. So here's the plan, just take my hand, the adventure's just begun. And all we have to do is turn to page fun.
And welcome to Turn to Page Fun Super Spooky Halloween episode.
I forgot my theremin.
Only podcast where I, your host, Nick Fear, read through a very spooky book, a very spooky choose your own adventure or choose your plot book like Twist a Plot or the like, and read them with my friends. An idea that is so good, I immediately stole it from my partner and froze her out of the production process. With me on our Halloween special, I have some of my friends here today. Over on my right, comedian, a musician.
It's me.
Yeah. And a person who recognizes his own credits, Mr. Brian Bear.
That's right, Nick.
How are you doing, Brian? Are you extra spooky today?
I am. True. I had a crazy week. I was working in my lab actually late last night.
Oh, were you?
And yeah, my eyes bailed. No, okay.
What did you see?
Well, it was an eerie sight. You know my monster.
Oh, yes.
The one on the slab.
Yes.
Yeah, he began to rise and
Holy shit.
yeah, he did a whole thing. It's now a great success. So
Oh, wonderful.
I'll tell you about it later.
Are you excited for Halloween?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well then.
A lot of people are crazy about it, and I'm like, yes, enjoy yourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Over on my left, I have the meanest person I know.
Oh, that's right.
And a very spooky lady. A lady who is having a birthday very soon. And also a professional mad scientist. And an English tutor. Miss Stacy Pulowski. Hi, Stacy.
Me. Thanks for having me back.
Well, thanks for being back.
Thanks.
Are you excited?
Halloween. Well, yeah, I'm a Halloween birthday kid, so I love it.
How was that for you growing up? Was it like?
It's not like having like a Christmas birthday or anything. Yes, I don't get less candy because it's my birthday. You know, I get candy.
You get candy.
I
and
get to dress up and I get presents. Yeah.
Are you dressing up this year?
Awesome. Just for the Variety Hour Happy Hour Spectacular Halloween show.
Okay, so you don't have a costume or anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
I don't think so. Maybe. I mean, this is airing on Halloween, so
Yeah.
I don't plan on it.
And over on my right, I have homeowner, dog owner, professional foster dog owner, and comedian and producer, Miss Laura Halterman. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Nick.
Are you feeling spooky today?
A little bit. I've actually been thinking about all my Halloween costumes. I have to do multiples this year for different events.
Multiples?
Yeah. The Brady Street Pet Parade will have already happened when this airs.
That's a must.
But my mom designed a whole group costume called the Little Fur Maid. Yeah, that's right. All the dogs are in Little Mermaid costumes.
So what is
Okay.
this pet parade? What happens here?
Well, there's pets, and they're in costumes, and then there's a parade.
Wow.
It's amazing.
But do not give them candy.
No, do not. We have been competing in the Pet Parade costume contest for 5 years now as Ghostbusters. We've dressed them up as Jurassic Park. We were the whole set of the Justice League last year, and we still have not won. And my mom's getting really bitter about it.
Who do we need to bribe for that to happen? Or is it a voting process?
It's typically like a local weather lady who's judging.
All right.
Question. At the pet parade, do you see a lot of non-dogs?
There are 2 Flemish rabbits who come every year, and they're huge, and they're usually in a stroller, and they usually have a spectacular costume, like Alice in Wonderland, but they're dressed
Nice.
up as everything but the rabbits. It's pretty great.
What's the Little Fur Maid exactly? What were the exact?
Oh, yeah. Who's the...
Who's what now?
So Clementine, my little brindle bully, is the Little Mermaid. Muggsy, my big bully, is is Sebastian the crab. I will be Ursula, and my parents' miniature dachshund will be Flounder. And my dad volunteered to be Triton.
That's nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got the look.
Adorable.
That is adorable.
You're bound to win this year. Oh wait, do you have kids that you can dress up as anything?
That's why we don't win. Every year.
Borrow a couple kids.
Oh my gosh. Hey, your nieces are real cute.
They're real cute, but
Shit, yeah.
they're harder to control than the dogs.
Damn it. What if I give them treats?
Well, you
go.
try sometimes. Fruit
Might work.
snacks.
Fine. All right. I could talk about this all day.
We could, but instead, we actually have a very special book for everybody today. It is a Twist-A-Plot book, which is not a Choose Your Own Adventure. It is its own kind of game book.
Oh.
And it is Twist-A-Plot was published by Scholastic.
Oh,
To
interesting.
compete with
Yeah.
Choose Your Own Adventure. And our book tonight, on this very spooky, dark, and stormy night, is Midnight at Monster Mansion.
Even the alliteration is spooky.
Even the alliteration is spooky. By Stephen Otfinsky. Copyright.
I hope everyone at home is like listeling to this in the dark with
Yeah,
a
candles.
cup of mulled wine. I mean, not if you're driving and
Right.
listening to it, but
Yeah.
No candles in the car.
Or drinking.
Or drinking.
it's Wisconsin.
Here at Turn to Page Fun, we do not encourage or endorse drinking and driving with candles burning in your car. Anyway, this is Midnight at Monster Mansion by Stephen Otfinosky, published by Scholastic,
Of the-
copyright 1984.
He's of the Connecticut Otfinoskis, of course.
Connecticut Otfinosky's.
I guess he's a local. That very much sounds like a local
That
Southside
does sound like
Milwaukee
it.
name.
Yeah.
What a great vacation. You have been visiting some friends who have a summer house at the beach. And now you're driving home in your father's new sports car, which he finally agreed to lend you for the trip. It's a long drive, and you decide to try a shortcut on a back road. Bad decision.
Oh.
Idiot.
Soon, you're hopelessly lost. You look for a place to stop and ask directions, but there isn't a house or building in sight. And that's not your only problem. You've been listening to the radio when you should have been paying attention to the gas gauge. Because we all know how that happens.
Yeah.
You know, you start listening to the radio and then you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
see anything.
Right.
That's
Yep.
a fact, actually.
You're just jamming on your rad tunes.
But for real, have you ever turned down the volume so that you could like
see
see
a parking
better?
space better.
Oh, well, to concentrate better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that. I
When you're like-
switch stuff off just so I can like concentrate fully on what I'm doing.
It's the same way that you have to hang your mouth open to see better.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
Sure.
Well, anyway, you haven't been paying attention, so the needle is on empty. Will you make it to a gas station before you run out? Your chances don't look good. All at once, you hear a deep rumble in the sky. You look up and see storm clouds gathering overhead. That's all you need. To be stranded in the middle of nowhere is bad enough, but a thunderstorm? You begin to wish you had stayed on the main highway. Better to get home an hour later than not get there at all, you think to yourself, as the first raindrops hit the car roof.
It's a grim thought.
Also, who just takes a shortcut if they don't know where they're going? I'm going to turn down this
It's a
twisty road. It
shortcut.
seems like a shortcut.
And
Yeah.
you just stop driving because it's raining?
Well, you're clearly a spoiled rich kid.
Oh, yeah, you don't know how to do anything. Suddenly, you see a house up ahead on the right. It is a large, ramshackle mansion set on a small hill. The house is dark and gloomy and looks about 100 years old. It reminds you of the house you saw in a horror movie on the Late Late Show last week. A flash of lightning crackles above the mansion, bathing the old house in an eerie glow. You feel cold shivers run down your spine. You don't like the idea of going up to that house, but you also don't want to spend the night in your father's car during a thunderstorm.
Here in Cliche City.
Is there ever such a thing as warm shivers? Just asking.
Yeah, they can.
That's called a fever, and you could die from it.
No.
If someone is home in the house, you can ask to use the phone and call a gas station for help. But then again, if there's one house, maybe you'll pass more houses. Ones that look less creepy. That is, if you don't run out of gas first. What are you going to do? You'd better make up your mind quickly. The driveway to the mansion is coming up fast.
Sorry.
You certainly can't just slow down.
Not now. You might run out of gas.
If you decide to keep going and take your chances on the road, turn to page 87. And if you choose to stop and see if anyone is home, turn to page 6.
I like creepy turn to page voice.
That's my Vincent Price impersonation.
I
like
It's exactly like my Orson Welles impersonation, except I code it gay.
Is the first choice really whether or not to just go into the creepy mansion that the book is all about?
Right. I feel like if we try to go straight, we're going to just get in an accident or run out of gas and die of exposure. Let's go to that mansion. Maybe there's
go to
someone
that?
home.
Because there might be a light over at the Frankenstein place.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that celebrity cameo, by the way. Frankenstein's monster himself.
I don't know. I think we should keep going straight.
You wanna keep going
Yeah.
I gotta going straight. I gotta stay on the road,
We gotta go in the mansion.
and I gotta go in the mansion.
So I feel like we're gonna go into the mansion
Okay.
eventually.
No
I
matter
kind of
what.
want
You want to just go? You want to see what just happens if we drive straight and try to miss it?
It's probably gonna take us right to the mansion.
Probably. All right. You know what? Yeah. I'm
Oh,
curious.
wow,
Yeah. Stacey convinced
over
us.
here.
Just because we're sure it's not going to make that big a difference.
So you probably like die instantly.
The ending is not gonna be like, well, it turns out right around the corner was a gas station and you make it home.
Everything was fine.
The end.
You
All right.
survived and lived a long, happy life.
All right, so let's find out what happens when we keep on driving down the road. You pass the driveway and continue down the road in the pouring rain. You wonder how many more miles you can cover before the car conks out. Suddenly, you see a sign on the roadside. It says this way to the Love Shack. No. It says gas and food 1 mile ahead.
Are you shitting me?
You breathe a deep sigh of relief and think how smart you were not to stop at that old.
I was kidding.
All right.
I was kidding. You dumb ass. Fastest.
Calamity.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that a
avoided.
speed? Is that a...
And think how smart you were not to stop at that old mansion. As you dream about the juicy cheeseburger and chocolate shake you're going to order when you stop,
That's fair.
you round a sharp curve
Oh.
and skid head into a 10-ton truck coming the other way.
Whoa!
Too bad you'll never taste that cheeseburger.
Wow.
The end.
Best ending ever.
That is a speed record for us. That's got to be.
Instant death.
We knew it was either going to be death or you're fine.
Die in 2 pages.
That was it. And that was a plot twist that we did not see coming.
There was a twist in a twist, you know?
Yeah.
I liked that.
Can I have a T-shirt that says that? Too bad you'll never taste that cheeseburger.
People could be like, what?
Just listen to the.
Yeah. It's called Twist-A-Plot. Maybe you've heard of it.
Right? Probably
man.
not.
Wow, that was...
Okay, well, I guess there isn't much for us to do, but call it
Yeah.
a night.
Yeah, this was
We
a
died.
good one.
There's your
guys.
Halloween special.
We forgot to save before we kept driving. Didn't use the typewriter.
We gotta start all over from the beginning.
Yep.
And I just don't want to go through those cutscenes.
Just hit X. You can skip them.
All right, it's cross. So actually, what we are going to do now is you're going to see what happens if we get off the road and go up and investigate that light in that spooky mansion over at the Frankenstein place.
Sweet.
Right after this quick word from our sponsors.
SexyHackers.com.
Tonight's episode of Turn to Page Fun is brought to you by Cheeseburger. Just think about that delicious cheeseburger glistening in the light. It's so delicious. Think about it and nothing else. Don't pay attention to what you're doing. Don't pay attention to the truck coming at you. I guess you'll never taste that cheeseburger now. Cheeseburger in Hell, coming soon to a theater near you.
SexyHackers.com.
And we're back to Turn to Page Fun.
I like how Stacy was genuinely laughing there while we were all fake laughing.
We are back at our special Halloween episode of Turn to Page Fun. Right now we are reading Midnight at the Monster Mansion by Stephen Otfanowski, published by Scholastic Books. And in the very first choice, we decided not to leave our father's leave the road in our father's sports car to a spooky mansion, and rather continue on down the road. Glad we didn't stop at the spooky mansion, dreaming of cheeseburgers and milkshakes when we get murdered by a giant 10-ton truck coming the other way.
10-ton truck, too. That's a...
Yeah, it's a big.
That's
It's
a
not
big-
that big, actually.
Yeah?
Right?
I don't know
Huh.
truck weights.
They're heavier than you think they are
I guess so.
by a lot.
I'd rather not get hit by them to find out.
No, nobody wants to get hit by them. I don't know if 10 ton means the actual weight of a truck or its carrying capacity. It's probably carrying capacity.
I would think. Yeah, that would make sense.
Welcome back to Truck Talk.
Yeah, right.
Very special Halloween episode. So we decided rather than get murdered by a truck, we were going to go up the long spooky driveway and see what's going on at the old creepy mansion.
I'm going to count that truck as a monster, though, that killed us.
It
was
might have been a
sentient
monster truck.
Yeah.
It hit you, and then it just rolled right over you
Yep.
and
And just-
kept on going.
Truckosaurus. All right, sorry. Continuing into the monster house.
You drive up the long, twisted driveway. The house looks even creepier up close. The worn shutters are all closed, but you can see light downstairs. Someone must be home. You park the car and carefully lock it. Your father will kill you if anything happened to it. Slowly, you walk up the front porch steps. They squeak noisily under your feet. You feel your courage draining away, but you raise your fist and rap loudly at the door. There's a long silence. You knock again. You can hear your heart beating wildly under the noise of the rain and thunder. Finally, you hear footsteps approaching. The door swings open. A short, stocky man in a butler uniform stands before you.
Of course.
He is unshaven. His hair is long and scraggly. And you can't help but notice he has a hunchback. He looks you up and down with beady, brown eyes. Well, he says in a low, gruff voice, it's about time you got here. You take a step back, startled. This butler has obviously mistaken you for someone else. Don't just stand there, fool, he exclaims impatiently. Come in. The master is waiting. If the master looks anything like the servant, you could do without meeting him. But it's cold and damp out here in the rain, and behind the butler, you can see a warm, inviting fire. So you accept the invitation. Oh, Should you accept the invitation? Or run for your car and take your chances on the road ahead? If you decide to go into the house, turn to page 5. If you decide to return to your car, turn to page 8. So, do we want to go?
Not the same page as the other ending.
No, it's not.
I'm just like curious to
time to
see
get
how
the
many
cheeseburger.
chances we get to run away and how many times that kills us. Because I feel like it's going to be every damn time. I'm curious as to all our deaths, is all. But I think we should go in the house. We know it's on the road.
Yeah, I really hate being cold and damp.
That truck has got is. It's probably, you know what? It's probably you run to your car and you ding it, and then your father kills you.
Ooh.
So clearly, we don't need that to happen. I say we go in the house.
Go in the house?
Yes.
Go in the house.
All right, let's go in the house.
I mean, the master is waiting.
Yeah, do we mean like master? What kind of master are we talking? Anyway,
Ooh,
never mind.
Oh, we don't know yet. It could be that kind of master.
Well,
There's
clearly,
probably options.
there's options. He clearly is not dressed appropriately for work, though, or some kind of hygiene. I don't know. I feel like that beard and that hair. It's not
so we're going to go into the house?
Yes.
We're gonna go in the house.
Go in the house.
You give the hunchback your brightest, bravest smile and step inside.
Can't just say butler.
No, he's a hunchback. That's
Yep.
his only defining quality.
Let's label him.
Yes, excellent.
The main hall is filled with heavy, old-fashioned furniture. You notice cobwebs everywhere, but the fire is warm, and that's the important thing. Wait here, says the hunchback, closing the door. In a moment, a tall, distinguished-looking gentleman with a black cape and evening clothes enters with the servant.
Uh-oh.
Why, of course he
Blah.
Whoa, he says in a thick foreign accent. You're here at last. I trust your drive wasn't too difficult. I am Dr. Alucard.
What is
What?
I am Dr. Alucard, and this is my servant, Igor.
Well,
Igor, it figures. Right
does
out of
figure.
an old horror movie.
does figure.
And Alucard, that name sounds familiar too.
That one doesn't ring a bell. to me.
Dracula backwards.
Oh, shut
But
up.
why would
It
he
is.
be? Yeah,
It
yeah,
is
yeah.
spelled Alucard.
Yeah.
Which is
I believe that's Castlevania, right? That's the guy in Castlevania. You fight Alucard.
How'd you figure that out without looking at it?
Yeah, right?
Castlevania. He's the main guy.
Oh.
But then why would he be Dr. Alucard? Like saying he.
It's better than being Dr. Acula.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool. So we're in
Please.
cliche mention.
Yes. All right. Please take off your jacket and I will bring you to the patient at once. We have no time to lose. Alucard says, Patient? You thought he was the doctor. Not that he looks like one. Maybe it's time you told these people just who you really are before you get into deep trouble. And who your dad is before they get into deep trouble. No, that's not in there. That's
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, wow,
We're a brat.
wow.
Of course, they may throw you back out in the storm if you do. If you decide to set this Alucard character straight right now, turn to page 9. And if you decide to play along a while longer, turn to page 11.
I feel like we're in Catch Me If You Can, and we just gotta fake it till we make it, and just all you have to do to be a doctor, it's easy. You just say, "Do you concur?" I concur. It's all about.
We're going to
concurring.
have to perform surgery on some rando.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So I injured my knee recently, and I've seen a bunch of doctors recently. They don't do shit. It's if we had to pretend to be a physician's assistant, we'd be in trouble. But to pretend to be a doctor,
Just
we're fine.
Frown and nod.
Yeah, and then offer this like dead fish handshake.
Yep.
So I have a lot of criticisms about my orthopedic surgeon.
Ew.
Yikes! On blast.
It was terrible. I hope you're listening.
Shout out. You're terrible.
Shout
Terrible.
out
I
to
think
Laura's terrible doctor.
I think we can pretend to be a doctor.
Pretend to be a doctor.
All right,
'Cause
do
I
it.
mean, we're a spoiled rich kid. We could,
Right.
we might be the kid of a doctor.
That's true. With our power of privilege.
I think his kid is his dad is like some sort of politician.
Oh.
It's like he's doing,
Senator's
he
son.
said he doesn't know who my dad is or whatever.
No, I just
right.
made that up.
Oh,
because-
that's right.
Yeah.
It
All right.
sounds like maybe that's still the case.
So we're going to decide to pretend to be a doctor?
Yeah.
Yes.
We can do this.
Right. You decide to keep your true identity a secret for a while longer and follow Dr. Alucard. Well, here it is. It started going on the blink this afternoon and hasn't been the same since. Dr. Alucard is pointing to a large television set. The TV is the patient, and you have been mistaken for a television repair person.
Wow. Oh, vampires.
Alucard begins to eye you suspiciously for the first time. You can fix it, can't you? He asks.
I like my stories.
I got to find out who the masked singer is.
Jeopardy's on at 6. I want to get those answers.
Sure, you say. You're in this too deep. To tell the truth now. You turn on the set, trying to act as professional as possible. Look at the colors, says Alucard. Aren't they a bit odd? You stare at the small screen. The bright colors are swirling around like colored bits of glass in a kaleidoscope. Red's the color of blood. Vivid greens. Disturbing dark blues. Round and round the colors go. Hypnotizing you.
Uh-oh. They've got
Feel your will being sucked right out of your body. You want to tear your eyes away from the diabolical patterns, but you can't. Out of the corner of your eye, you spy an ashtray.
Ew. He's a doctor and he smokes.
I don't trust this guy.
Terrible.
If you want to continue to watch the set, turn to page 88. If you grab the ashtray to smash the screen, turn to page 21.
Is the vampires plan to hypnotize us with the TV?
I think
I'm
he's
confused.
glamoring you with the TV.
The television was the vampire all along. It's
Sucking
social
all our time.
commentary.
Yeah. Deep.
Yeah, I say let's get hypnotized.
You want to go for it? Watch. Well, we got to binge watch this hypnotism show. Hypnotism Broadcasting Office. Yep,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
I guess. How many seasons of hypnotism are on? Because I don't want to get into it if there's like only a few episodes.
Oh, yeah. That's the kind of thing they'll cancel early, too. You're like, oh, it's just getting good. They have the episode about the vivid blue. It's awesome. So you want to continue? You want to just
stare into the
stare down the barrel of the
Stare
TV?
into the abyss, just
All
like
right.
every other night in my life.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's true.
It's relatable.
The terrible colors from the screen.
Oh no, they're terrible.
The terrible colors from the screen seem to be swirling around in your head. Your body is swaying from side to side. You feel Alucard taking your hand in his warm one.
Inappropriate?
Inappropriate.
Not a good
Come, my friend, he says gently. You don't look so well. Perhaps you should lie down for a while.
Consent?
Sexy kinda.
You want to say that you're not his friend, but you can't seem to get your lips to form the words.
Bad number, friend.
Instead, you nod tipsily as he leads you from the den to a hall where a long staircase looms darkly before you.
Like a frat boy.
Ew.
Yep.
That is the last thing you remember before you lose consciousness. Turn to page 25 fast.
Fast. Otherwise, it'll be too late.
It warned us. It said do it slowly with caution.
No, that's what it says. It says turn to page 25 fast. Do it quickly, right now.
Yeah.
You wake up in darkness. You're lying on a small bed, and your head is throbbing with pain. How long have you been out? Look out the window by your bed and see it is still night. The storm has passed. You get up and are relieved to find that only your head is in bad shape. Okay.
And all the blood is still in your body.
The rest of you seems to be intact. You cross to a wall and feel your way along it until you come to a door. You try the knob and find it is unlocked. Just then, you hear footsteps approaching. You step back in fear. The footsteps draw closer. Is it Alucard coming to get you? There's no telling what that madman will do to you next. You rush back to the window to open it. The roof slants down below you. It's a long drop to the ground, and you can hide on the roof until Alucard and his servant get tired of looking for you. Later,
Because that's a thing that happens.
You would understand his level of patience.
later, you can make your escape from inside. The footsteps are nearly at your door. If you decide to climb out the window, turn to page 89. And if you decide to wait and see the footsteps go past your door, turn to page 39. So what do we want to do? We want to jump out? Or
I mean, he could have killed us by now.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just coming to check on us. I'm imagining a thing where he's just a nice vampire and he forgot he set the channel to hypnotize. He's like, that's my bad. I'm sorry. I should have realized. I don't trust going out the window.
I have a fear of heights. Yeah.
And then he's going to know something's up.
No, go climb out the window during a thunderstorm. It's safe.
No, the
Safe.
thunderstorm is past.
Oh, right.
The
Yeah.
roof is still soaking wet.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, these two are just going to give up on looking for you.
So I think we'll die. So I say go out onto the slippery roof and die. Fall to our
We've
death.
just got the death wish going on. I mean, it is a Halloween episode. I'm saying we wait and see where this goes. I'm curious about the doctor.
I'm
and his
curious to see
assistant.
who's checking up on us. Maybe it's a new character.
Ooh.
That's true. Could be. Could
Someone
be.
coming to
be.
rescue us?
It could be his physician's assistant.
It's the television.
Yeah.
TV.
Clunk, clunk, clunk. I'm sorry. He made me do it.
I'm not really a bad television.
Sorry.
So we want to figure out who might be at the door?
Okay.
I do.
Okay. You've
Yeah,
had
one
your...
for at the door. Two for
Go
at the
ahead
door,
and see.
And
She's so disappointed. I want to see.
disappointed birthday girl. That's fine.
You got the hypnotizing watch TV.
I did.
It's true. I think we
And
should
I thought-
also
It's fine. We can
give
go.
Stacy one full veto in this episode for a birthday present that you
Oh,
can
yeah.
like veto all other
Oh, I
choices.
thought meant you were gonna veto my choice.
No.
as a
Oh, no.
birthday present.
Yeah.
like
no.
you get one.
You
that
get
you
a
can be
veto.
Like, nope, I'm gonna use my veto
You get
against
a
this.
Corleone.
All right. Well, I wouldn't use it now.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so,
right.
oh wait, that's 39, I think. I went the wrong way. Okay. And so we're going to do that and find out what happens as we stay in the spooky room right after this quick word from our sponsors.
SexyHackers.com.
This episode of Turn to Page Fun brought to you by Fox's hottest new reality TV show, Hypnosis. Yeah, that's right. Tune in every Monday through Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. and watch Hypnosis. Get your credit cards ready and vote for your favorite swirling colors. And you won't believe this week as you go deeper and deeper under our power. That's Fox 5's Hypnosis every single day of the week.
SexyHackers.com.
And we're back to Turn to Page Fun. We are currently doing our very spooky Halloween episode of Turn
It's
to
so spooky.
It's the spookiest. We got to meet Dr. Acula. Or
Oh,
sorry,
Alucard.
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 Alucard and a hunchback who has no
And a
other
hunchback.
defining-
He's the servant.
Igor.
Fortunate.
Oh yeah, Igor. He's
He's
Yeah,
Igor. Yeah.
Igor,
Igor.
with poor hygiene.
So
Yeah.
we are currently reading
And
through.
posture.
We're currently reading through Midnight at Monster Mansion by Stephen Otfanowski, which is a twist-a-plot book published by Scholastic. And right now in the story, we have veered off of this spooky road up to a spooky mansion in our father's sports car, a sports car where he will kill us if anything happens to it.
Yep.
We go inside the mansion, which is owned by, I guess, a doctor who has very poor taste in servants because the person has a hunchback, he's poorly kept, and he doesn't keep the house because there's a bunch of cobwebs everywhere. And then you were hypnotized by swirling colors on the TV, and you woke up in a room a couple hours later after the storm has passed. And we decided that we were going to stay in the room to see who was out in the hallway.
Yeah.
Because we could have been killed by now. But we're still alive.
And going on the roof is dangerous.
It's dangerous.
So I learned this week from my house.
Oh, what happened?
Did you go on the roof?
There's a hole in our roof.
Oh no.
Oh, dear Liza.
Yeah. And I didn't go on the roof because it's dangerous.
Because it's dangerous.
Yeah. Life's putting that choice in front of me again. Nope. Not going to make me fall
But
off
the roof
a roof.
is not on fire.
It is not. There's
Okay,
a
good.
hole
Because
in my chimney.
if it was on fire, we wouldn't want any water.
No.
We would just have to let it burn.
Right. Yep, correct.
You wait and listen, holding your breath. The footsteps are directly outside your door. They pause for a moment and then continue on. You let a long sigh of relief. Wait for footsteps to fade away. Then you open the door very cautiously and look down the darkened hall. There's not a soul in sight. You quietly step out into the hall and walk toward a staircase. If you can get to the main floor without being seen, there's a good chance you can find an open door and escape. Just then, you hear a sound coming from behind a door along the hallway. It sounds like someone crying. You stop to listen. Whoever it is sounds very unhappy.
That happy crying.
It's going to be the doctor.
Nobody likes me. Everybody sees through my shitty name.
I guess I'll eat some worms.
I was thinking that. Thank you for saying it aloud.
Whoever it is sounds very unhappy. But is it any of your concern when your own life may be in danger? Now, if you decide to investigate, turn to page 31. And if you decide to save your own skin and go down those stairs, turn to page 83.
I mean, I feel like if we're role-playing this character, he would definitely not even check out the crying and just keep going.
I mean, he is a spoiled rich boy.
Right. Yeah.
Check out the crying. It's the
You wanna check out-
television.
But at the same time, it could be the
Could be the
television.
television.
Oh, the television could be sad.
It might feel bad for hypnotizing you.
Yeah. You really want this to be a sentient television.
Yeah.
I mean,
wasn't
I'm all
patient.
for checking it out. Yeah, I wanna maybe help this person. Maybe
Check it
it's an
out.
ally.
Yep.
Check it out.
Yeah, let's do
You
it.
can help us.
Check it out.
Oh, what if it's Igor?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I stink, man.
Why is everybody always picking on me?
You go to the door where the crying is coming from and try the doorknob. It's locked.
Oh, well.
Who is it? Whispers a frightened voice through the door. A friend, you reply. Please, get me out of here before he comes back. That's all you need to hear. You brace your shoulder and throw your weight against the door. The old lock breaks away and the door swings open. Standing there is a boy about your age. He is thin and weak. How did you get here? You ask. Alucard called the charity I work for and said he wanted to make a contribution. And I came here and he was drugged with the drink. I've been his prisoner in this room ever since. My name is Chris.
Mom.
I work for a blood drive.
Now I see why it called for a TV repairman, you say.
Ah.
He wanted another victim and mistook me for him. Unlucky for you, I guess, says Chris grimly. You know what he has in mind for us, don't you? Alucard is going to use our bodies in his experiments. He's got this monster he's building in a dungeon in the basement. He's almost finished, but all he needs is a brain and a heart. And that's where we come in.
So we already got courage. We just need
Suddenly, you don't feel so well. He's told me his whole mad scheme, continues Chris.
I really
As-
want to smack Chris
As
right now.
soon as he finds the proper brain to go with my heart, Alucard's going to start operating, and I have a feeling you've been elected. I'm not all that smart, you say. Suddenly,
Agreed.
you say, suddenly wishing you were a lot dumber. The only way to stop him is for us to get into the laboratory and destroy everything, says your new friend. Now that you freed me from this room, we can do it together.
Can we though?
You're pretty weak.
Yeah.
But he
You
has
shake
heart.
your head. I think we should just worry about getting out of this place alive, you say? Once we're safe, we can tell the police everything. They'll be able to handle Alucard a lot better than we could. No! Exclaims Chris. We've got to stop him now! If you go along with Chris's plan, turn to page 68. And if you insist on getting out of the mansion first, turn to page 82.
Well, let's see what's in the crazy basement.
You want to go down? You're really steering us into trouble, Stacy Pulowski.
Of course, the mad scientist
Oh,
wants to.
yeah, I
Wait a
see.
minute. It's Stacy Alucard.
Wait a minute.
Stacy backwards is why cats.
But why, cats? Why? And you're laughing at a cat costume after you've knocked off everything from somebody's shelf. Why cat strikes again? The lamest supervillain.
Why cats?
Oh, well, we're not that smart. So we
Right.
should probably just go
Oh yeah,
to the
I'm
basement.
saying go to the basement, but I'm fairly certain it will lead to our death.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. We haven't died in a while.
It's true. I'm surprised it's been this long.
Yeah, plus if we just run out of the house, we're just going to hit a trailer
that truck's
truck
gonna-
and while we're dreaming
He's
about a
waiting for us.
cheeseburger.
Yep.
All right. Well, I suppose it is your duty to stop Alucard's plan, you say. Lead the way. Chris takes you up a rickety, narrow staircase to the attic and a large room with a skylight. Test tubes and glass beakers fill the brightly colored chemicals lining the one wall. In the center of the room is a raised platform with a crank. That's where Alucard will raise the monster to revive him with lightning from this storm, explains Chris. That is correct, Chris. Says a familiar voice from across the room. Too bad neither of you will be around to see it. You both turn and stare into the smiling face of Dr. Alucard.
Because I'm calling your parents right now.
Both of you are in a lot of trouble.
I'm not mad, just disappointed. Oy, oy, oy.
Igor is blocking the door you just came through. So you two have met, eh? Says the doctor. How very nice. It's only proper since you will be soon sharing an operating table. Run! Chris cries, and you do.
Oh.
But the only place to run to is a wall.
Wow,
If
you really
you
are
run
that
into
smart.
the wall.
Maybe he's going to be like, you know what? You are a lot dumber than I thought.
Well, maybe I'll use you for the heart and this weak one for the brain. The only place to run to
Is a wall.
You bump into two switches. One is red, and the other is blue. Pull the switch! Cries your friend. It shuts off the lights! Fine, you think to yourself. But which is the right switch?
Oh, come on.
We pick red or blue.
If you pull the red switch, turn to page 73. And if you blow the blue switch, turn to page 81.
Can't just flick both the switches just in case. We're really dumb.
Yeah. Well,
mean,
which
we
one
said we were
which one puts us in the Matrix though? That's because if we go there, we can do anything.
The red switch should take you out of the Matrix.
Okay.
The blue switch should keep you in the Matrix forever, and you forget that whole conversation you had with
Oh,
Morpheus.
okay. Okay. Good. Good to know that has no relevance on this decision.
So out of the matrix.
Yeah.
Out of the Matrix.
Red switch.
Yep.
Red. All
Red.
right. So we want to be woken up.
All right, we want to
Yep.
go.
We're gonna be
Better land in the robots than sucked dry by a vampire. Oh no, we're gonna have her brain taken out.
So we're gonna go with the red
Right.
switch.
I think
Why
he's
not?
going to go
We
for
flip a
heart
coin,
with
right?
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
We
we're
need
go-
We're gonna be embarrassed though. This is actually
no
like
dice flip.
cancer research, and he's just trying to do like important medical research.
I need your stem cells. So we're gonna go with the red switch.
Red
Yeah.
switch.
Too bad, wrong switch.
That's what it says.
That's what it says.
Scholastic books, you're a bunch of jerks.
Quickly, you hit the blue switch.
Quickly, you hit the blue switch. The red switch sets off a charge of dynamite under the foundation of the mansion.
Why is there switch?
I didn't even have that lever.
That's a kill switch in case everything
Oh,
goes
in case
terribly
it all goes
wrong.
wrong.
Well, I mean, Doctor isn't going to be affected by it.
Right.
He's not killed by dynamite.
He's gonna turn into a bat and fly away. All right, so
Too bad, wrong switch.
Too bad, wrong switch. The red switch sets off a charge of dynamite under the foundation of the mansion. It blows the entire building sky high, laboratory and all. Happy landing. What? The end.
Wow.
I know I should have labeled those.
So it is kind of takes us out of the Matrix.
Right, it takes us out of life.
Yeah.
So, oh man, we
Wake up
blew
on the
up
other
the car.
We're going to be
Shit's
so
gonna
grounded.
kill us.
Actually, you survive it, but then you land on the car, destroy the car,
Right.
and then Dad's gonna
Then
kill
you're
you.
grounded for life. A fate worse than death.
But your friend Ferris Bueller,
Right.
teaches you that that's okay.
Yeah, that's gonna
It's
be
okay because your life is yours.
I feel like this book has a bit more of a sense of humor than some of the other ones we've read. Like
Yeah.
it uses the surprises to the advantage of because that's shock. Too bad, wrong switch. That's
Alright.
funny.
Are we gonna go and hit the blue switch or go?
I think we're gonna have to go hit the blue.
Gotta see
switch.
what's- Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
the-
Good thing
Hopefully.
vampires can't see in the dark.
Right?
Oh,
Well, we don't know he's a vampire.
For sure.
Just be
Okay.
Maybe.
The lights go off. You're lost in the darkness. Someone cries out, and you feel a hand take yours and pull you across the floor.
Consent.
In a few moments, you are in the hallway. Chris, who was holding your hand, lets go of it. Together, you run down the staircase and out the front door. Your car is still sitting in the gravel driveway. You fumble in your pocket for your keys. Hurry! Cries Chris.
Thanks.
You find the keys and open the doors. As you slip the key in the ignition, you see Igor bounding out the front door of the mansion. You turn the key, but the engine won't start. What's the matter? Asks Chris,
still out of gas.
sounding very nervous. It's low on gas, you explain, and to try to start the car again. Igor is coming straight for you with a large wooden club, and he means business.
club.
He's got a business card.
And he means business.
We're not paying
Join
for
my
this
club.
TV repair. We're terrible.
You're getting a bad Yelp review.
Okay, all right. So here are your choices. If you know something about cars, turn to page 72. What? If you don't know a stick shift from an emergency brake, turn to page 58. Those are your choices. Do you know about cars or don't you?
This is the weirdest choice we've had. I feel like just decide.
Pick a number.
I'd like to know.
In
yeah.
character, I don't think we do.
No, I mean we drove the car here.
Yeah.
We just didn't notice it was out of gas.
Yeah.
I would say in any level of honesty, we don't.
We don't know about cars.
Not our character, not us as humans.
Maybe Igor's trying to fix it.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm going to give you a push.
Please. You need to put this club back in the car.
Someone's going to steal it. It's the club.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to go. We're going to admit that we know nothing about
I know
cars.
nothing about cars.
And turn to page 58. After this quick word from our sponsors.
SexyHackers.com.
Tonight's episode of Turn to Page Fun is brought to you by Crazy Eddie's Foundation Repair. Hey, are you a homeowner? Do you want to get more bang for your buck? Well, why not try Crazy Eddie's Foundation Repair, now with dynamite. That's right, we'll put anything you want in your basement, including dynamite, or a chamber to slowly break up your enemies, or dynamite. We got a lot of dynamite. And if you act now, you can get a couple of switches, no labels included. So come on down to Crazy Eddie's Foundation Repair. Also, dynamite. Kaboom!
SexyHackers.com.
Nice harmonizing.
I like it. I like it.
Welcome back to Turn the Page Fun. We were just taking a moment to listen to the creatures of the night making their spooky night creature sounds.
In the night.
Or just
In the night.
communicating like natural animals.
No, it's spooky and
Oh, right.
ominous and sinister. We are currently reading through Midnight at Monster Mansion. We
Is it even
have,
midnight?
it might be past midnight at this point.
Or is it close to midnight?
It's close to midnight, and demons.
Something evil's lurking in the dark?
Yes, out in the moonlight.
You see a sight that almost stops your heart.
And you tried to scream, but terror took the sound away from our voice before we could make it.
Right.
And then we froze as horror struck us right between the eyes. That's what's happened in this
We're
book so far.
If
Wow.
this is Thriller.
Thriller night. Turn to page copyright infringement. No, we are reading through Midnight and reviewing Midnight and Monster Mansion by Stephen Otfanowski. Copyright 1984 Scholastic Books. Right now, we have been basically abducted by Dr. Acula,
Lightly abducted.
or sorry, Alucard.
Yeah,
Dr. Alucard, who is not Dracula.
of course not.
But he's making a man. Making a man. With blonde hair and a tan, up in his spooky laboratory.
Sure, right.
Weird
You've
science.
met Chris, who he was going to use Chris's heart and put your brain into the
Who
thing.
works for a charity,
Who works for a charity,
but was duped.
but was duped and is a weak-willed, whiny person.
Yeah.
We've decided.
He ended up working for
And
a charity.
you managed to get away after not blowing up the castle.
Yep. Definitely didn't do that.
Sure didn't. I mean, you saved everyone else.
Right.
Hero?
Here, perhaps. You don't know who else is in here.
And managed to get back to your car, which is your dad's car. If anything happens to it, he will kill you. But it's having a hard time starting, so we were given the choice of if we knew anything about cars, to turn to one page, and if we didn't know anything about cars, to turn it to another page.
The first one with pre-existing conditions. If you have a gun in your pocket. Page 5.
If you don't have a gun in your pocket.
Turn to page retcon. Yeah.
Right? If you don't know a stick shift from a parking brake,
Yes, it was if you don't know a stick shift from a parking brake, and we do not.
Yeah. No. We are done.
So we are going to go to page 58 and see what happens.
All right.
The engine revs loudly, and you shift into drive. The car doesn't move. What's the matter now? Cries Chris as Igor circles around to the front of the car, waving his club menacingly. Just dancing around the car with a club.
Eee.
I don't know, you exclaim. You fumble madly with all the dials and knobs on the dashboard. In your frenzy, you turn on the windshield wipers, the radio, and the air conditioner. But still,
Really distracting.
well, at least you know the battery's working.
Yeah.
that's true.
But still, the car won't move. Igor's right on top of you now. He has climbed onto the hood of the car.
Oh.
He raises his club over his head. All at once, you look down and realize you have forgotten to release the emergency brake.
Well, we didn't know it from a stick shift.
Yeah.
As he reaches down to do this, Igor brings his club down on the windshield.
Oh.
Smash! It shatters into 1,000 pieces because it's a really shitty windshield.
And then your father kills you.
Yeah.
The end.
He reaches into the car with a large, hairy hand and grasps you by the throat. It looks as if you're not going anywhere tonight, after all. The end.
We can put the car in
Killed.
reverse.
Right. Or forward.
Forward.
Just smash him against the You have all the
Also,
power.
like, what's your dad doing buying this car that has a really bad windshield?
yeah.
Is it like an old car?
Don't you want it to shatter into lots of pieces? Otherwise, it's like really sharp pieces of glass. Like,
No.
there's that safety glass.
Most, have you ever?
glass,
Oh, seriously,
yeah.
you've never gone crazy on an X's windshield before?
No.
No, no, absolutely not.
No, but let's detour for a second, Nick.
Well, I haven't either, but I've seen it happen. And usually, if you hit a windshield with a blunt object, it's going to spider.
Oh, right.
And,
instead of just shatter
and
completely.
It doesn't
Yeah.
shatter because if it shatters, then like if you were to go through that windshield.
Right.
And it shatters, you are cut by 1,000
1,000
cuts,
pieces.
and
Yeah,
you're lacerated just like if you go through a plate glass window.
Right.
So there's like lead or something in there, like some kind of mesh that keeps it all together. So it
Sounds like someone knew something about cars after all.
well maybe.
And you know,
I've had a
one
lot of shitty cars, so I've had to learn about cars.
And plus all the brakes.
most people don't use the emergency brake. And,
Where we
Yeah,
parked
why
on a
would you have
hill.
used it?
and if you were the person, you would have known that you have to physically, it's not like it accidentally. Oh, the emergency
Yeah,
brake.
in 1984. Yeah, mine's actually a
feel
button
like-
now on my car. It's very strange.
We deserved this death.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I
My
mean,
parking
it
brake's
was
just a
telling you
button.
not to be an idiot.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, we're gonna be dumb.
I wish we had known something about cars.
I
The-
did.
So we're gonna
Do
go
go
back.
back and we're
and
gonna know
We're gonna say
something.
that we know something about cars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
see how that plays out.
72.
Also, if Igor was reaching out, I would have just grabbed Chris and like shoved him in the
All right, I know.
Thanks
like,
for
here,
helping,
take Chris.
Chris.
Leave me alone.
If the only change is that then like everything happens exactly the same, but we just learn how to put the car in reverse, I'm gonna be so mad. All right,
This time, the engine starts up like a dream
because you know about cars.
because you know about cars, and that just makes them go.
Confidence was the secret all along.
Oh, confidence was the secret all along. Yeah, so like usually half the time when you call into Car Talk, they're like, "Oh, just be confident with it." You're talking about Car Talk. Oh, well, what's it call sound like? Oh, just be confident about it.
Wait, is that a thing?
And Car Talk is an old,
Oh yeah, an NPR.
an old NPR show.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
still on. They still do it.
They run reruns because
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of them has passed.
Oh.
Yeah. This time the engine starts like a dream. You floor the gas pedal and the car shoots down the driveway, throwing gravel into the air. You look into the rearview mirror at Igor. He is jumping up and down, beating his club on the driveway. You can't help laughing at the sight of him.
Igor.
Uh-oh.
What's so funny? Asks Chris. You are laughing too hard to answer while you push him out the car. No, you don't push him out the car, but I really want to because he's lame.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, the end.
Oh.
We won.
We won.
Yay!
We won.
But we still don't have any gas. We're gonna get to the end of the driveway. And
Well, by this time we are going to miss that semi because
yeah.
it's long past.
Looking
Yeah.
forward to that cheeseburger.
We've got another person's eyes on the road. I think you're going to get that cheeseburger.
Yeah.
But-
Looks like
Oh,
those
man,
Duke
some of these
boys are in
are,
it again.
Right, but what if Igor's like really fast? Like, and he just runs
he was
after
just
you?
jumping angrily. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just got temper problems.
So the lesson for today, kids, is
So
know
we can
something
go
about
back
cars.
Yes.
to climb out the window.
yeah?
Yeah, we can go back to climbing out the window. We can
Or-
go back to smashing the TV as we're being hypnotized.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's pretty far back. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, we can
Listen.
do World's Our
Ashtray.
Oyster.
We have not yet met Frankenstein's monster or
No.
a werewolf.
We have not met either of those things.
We have to touch an ashtray.
I'd rather just have my brain put into a dead body.
Thank you.
It wasn't necessarily used. It could be just an old relic.
Oh, true.
Ooh.
That's
So
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we can have that choice, or we can have the choice where we don't touch the ashtray and then we decide to go out onto the roof.
I like going a little further back because we
Yeah.
got lots.
TV.
All right, so back
Yeah.
to the second decision.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
we
my
can even
vote.
go back to where we're like, no thanks and peace out, and see what
Right
happens
away.
there. Yeah.
oh, to pretend to not be a doctor TV
Oh,
repairman.
yeah, reveal who we really are. I
Yeah.
feel like he's not going to care, though. knowing
He'll just
what we
find
know
some
now.
other reason to trick us.
Yeah. What do we want to?
I guess my vote's ashtray.
Ashtray?
I'm fine with ashtray.
I would
Okay.
vote ashtray, which reminds me, I think we should all go to one of those rage rooms.
Oh yeah, I've heard
Before
about
I
those.
forget,
Where
someone
you just smash
listening,
stuff.
please remind us.
Oh, is that the thing where you smash things in a
You
room?
just smash
Yeah,
things.
they put one in Milwaukee now.
Oh,
I should
saw
have
that
came
in my
up with
house.
that idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
breaking stuff.
it's like $20.
Well, don't you get like? Aren't you getting like what's in the room? Because you can hurt yourself doing
There's,
that
but
shit.
have
you get like a
safety
safety
equipment.
suit and a mask and stuff. You
Well, if
go
I'm
in
gonna
one
get
at a
dressed
time.
up, I'd rather just have a bunch of dogs like chew on me and roll around with a bunch of dogs. Honestly, that sounds like fun to me.
Yeah.
Like you know how they train dogs to attack, and you're in that
You
bomb
want to
suit.
do that?
Guys, I have the best idea for a business now. We have enough dogs to do this. Done. All right, I'll see you guys later.
Okay, so we're gonna go to we're gonna go back and rage room.
Yes.
Smash.
Rage room it
Smash.
out.
Okay.
Smash the TV.
So before we beat this, if you remember, we had originally been started getting hypnotized by the TV.
Yep.
Right.
By Dr. Alucard. And
You're
we
pretending-
noticed out of the corner of our eye an ashtray,
That's right.
which is a much quicker get out scenario than just picking cotton out of the chair. So we're going to go ahead and use the
Unplug
ashtray to smash. Yeah.
TV. A 1984 TV too, so that's like a thick.
Yeah.
Probably not
It's
even
gonna
because it's
take
been
a
there a
few-
while, so it's probably like a 70s television.
Oh, it's in like a big
One of those
wood
wooden
cabinet.
ones, yeah.
Okay.
Smash the
Been an
shit out of
interesting
it.
trip to the electronics store to get the TV. Igor probably did it.
Yeah, right.
That was the thing.
You seize the ashtray in your trembling hand and raise it. But before you can hurl it at the evil screen, the colors disappear.
Ooh.
And an unearthly glow fills the tube.
Oh shit! It's Poltergeist.
It's Halloween 3. Happy Halloween. The screen sends out a blinding rays of light that freeze you in mid-motion. Every muscle in your body is paralyzed. Your raised hand quivers, and you drop the ashtray against your will. With horror, you feel your whole body being drawn toward the glowing screen. A terrible tingling sensation comes over you.
We going in the TV?
You want to scream, but terror takes a sound before you make it.
You are paralyzed.
You feel as if every molecule of your body is disintegrating.
Oh.
Ew.
Suddenly, you open your eyes. You see Alucard and Igor standing several feet away, staring down at you. Their bodies are strangely distorted, as if you were looking at them through a mirror or a piece of warped glass. Alucard moves towards you. His hand reaches down for the off button on the TV set. Only then do you realize why everything looks so strange. You are inside the television set. As Alucard pushes the button, your entire universe goes black. You are a prisoner inside the television, forever trapped, forever looking out at reality. Happy viewing!
Matrix, kind of.
What?
Well,
Wow.
I mean, if he turns it back on, though, we could have all sorts of adventures.
Yeah, we'll
we
still
could like
get to
make
see
our
what's
own
going
show.
on.
I
and-
guess.
yeah.
We won't get in trouble with
This
Dad.
thing railroads you. All right.
Yeah, it
Like
really
the
does.
Hypnotism
I was surprised that was a-
channel was you
an
all
ending.
along.
Yeah.
Or the last person who. got
And then
stuck
they're
in it.
out.
Right.
And then they're in your dad's car.
there you go. Oh man.
Man.
Yeah, that was somehow a letdown.
That was a letdown.
Yeah. Spooky trap.
I thought I was going to go to another monster.
Right.
No,
We
no.
Got trapped.
No, you're just trapped in the TV.
Mom.
Crap. Okay, let's see what happens when we climb out the window.
Yeah. All right.
This will be a better choice.
Right. Okay.
And you
so-
slip and fall. The end.
God, right?
Son of a-
We missed
right.
death so many times.
So we're hypnotized. We're now trapped in the room.
Right.
You hear spooky steps, and you decide to
Hide on the roof
Yeah.
till you can go back inside and escape.
Right.
It's a long.
Or you can go meet Chris and then realize that Chris sucks and try to save yourself.
Let him cry.
Well, not even, you wouldn't even know it's Chris. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you meet Chris. He's like, "Oh, please help me," and you're like, you can be like, "I guess so," or you can be like, "Nope," and then you
run
leave.
out the
There's
door,
also
yeah.
the option to not even check the crying.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
right.
going out the window.
Yes. No. There's another one afterwards. You go in the hallway, you hear the crying, and you can either save yourself or check out the crying.
Man.
All right. Well, yeah, let's do
window.
the window.
Let's do the window.
Let's get
All
out this.
I really wanted that one
All right,
before.
So we're going to find out what happens when we go out the window right after this quick word from our sponsors.
Oh.
SexyHackers.com.
This episode of Turn the Page Fun brought to you by the Ghost of Click, or am I Clack? I don't know, but I'm the dead one, and now I'm haunting you now. But if you learned one thing, it was probably about parking brakes and how confidence is what really makes cars run. That's right, the Ghost of Click, or is it Clack? Who knows? But, ooh, here's a brain teaser.
By NPR.
SexyHackers.com.
R.I.P. one of the Tappert brothers.
Welcome back to Turn the Page Fun. That's right, we haven't met Frankenstein yet, though I'm going to do the Frankenstein voice anyway. We have not met Frankenstein, but we have been reading Midnight in Monster Mansion by Stephen Oftinosky, and our very, very special extra long Halloween episode for you tonight. We have done a lot of crazy things in this book. Not nearly as much as we were hoping to do.
I feel like we only got the one monster, really.
Yeah, we met Igor and Dracula.
And Chris.
We saved Whiny Chris.
Yep.
He's a monster.
Blew up the house.
Monster truck.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yep, the truck.
Monster truck.
The TV monster.
The TV was kind of a monster.
Yeah.
That
Well,
ashtray.
let's see what happens now.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're going to go back to where we were stuck in the room and we heard footsteps coming up the hallway, and we decided to escape out the window.
to just hide for a minute.
Yep.
Until we could come back out and run away.
Until
Right.
they give up.
Yes, until they gave up on us because if we know anything about vampires is they are very impatient.
Yes.
They're immortal
That's right.
and very impatient.
You're just going to hear him talking little. Well, what do you mean he's gone? Where did he go? Of course he wouldn't go out on the roof. Don't be stupid.
Did you check over there, Master?
Well, I'm tired of this. Let's go inside and watch TV.
Oh, great. The TV set to hypnotize.
Great.
All right. You decide not to wait around to see who the mysterious footsteps belong to. So you climb out the window and onto the roof. It is made of old wooden shingles that are cracked and broken.
Like a roof is.
I mean, well, that's lucky that they're wood instead of tin, because if there were
Right.
tin shingles, pooh!
Yeah.
that
Besides,
common?
tin roof. Rusted.
Yeah.
Oh. I want to change seats.
There.
You walk carefully, watching your balance and avoiding the broken shingles. If you slip on one, it could be the end of you. As you approach the edge of the roof, you suddenly stop short. There, against the moonlight, is the shadow of a person. It seems that you are not alone on this roof. Could it be Igor or Alucard looking for you? You make a nervous movement. Your foot kicks a shingle loose. It slides off the roof and clatters to the ground below. The shadow turns quickly at the noise. Is it moving toward you? What now? If you want to see who the shadow belongs to, turn to page 26. And if you'd rather not know and want to take your chances back inside, turn to page 47.
We know who's inside. It's Chris, and I'm sick of that guy.
Yeah, we
hoping
want to
it's
meet
like-
some more monsters. I think.
I'm hoping it's like Werewolf or Frankenstein's monster
Yeah.
who just came out on the roof to think. Me feel sad sometimes, so me come out here think.
Only place can be alone. Because you met Chris.
Am I right? Also fire bad.
Meet monster. Yes.
Okay. You decide to remain on the roof to find out who this mysterious shadow figure is. From out of the darkness steps a nondescript man.
Well, could be a wolf man.
He seems as startled to see you there as you are to see him. Oh, he says nervously. I thought I was alone. What are you doing here? You ask him. Oh, I often come out here by myself. Yes. It's so peaceful and quiet. Are you a new patient of Dr. Alucard's? No, you explain. I just came here to get help with my car. Alucard is holding me prisoner.
I don't have insurance, so.
Yeah.
You expect the man to react with surprise, but he merely smiles. You really shouldn't worry, he says. The doctor knows what's best. I have complete confidence that he'll cure me of my problem any day now. Just what is your problem, you asked? The fella doesn't look sick at all. It's rather embarrassing, he says, lowering his voice. You see,
It's ED.
I turn into a werewolf every full moon.
It is the werewolf.
He seems nice.
Found him.
You follow his gaze and notice a bright full moon hanging in the night sky.
He's late.
I mean, he's
This is
pregnant.
great. If you don't believe in werewolves, turn to page 45. If you do believe in werewolves, turn to page 52.
I believe.
I do believe in spooks. I do believe in werewolves. I do believe in werewolves. I would say before tonight I didn't, but after what I've seen tonight, oh boy.
Doesn't matter whether or not you believe. Doesn't change whether or not he's a werewolf. Well, maybe it does. Whatever. Yes, we believe in werewolves.
Facts don't care about your feelings. Oh no, it's an alt-right wolf.
That's even worse.
Yeah. So, do we believe in werewolves or do we not
Yes.
believe in werewolves?
Totally.
Yes.
Yes, we
Yeah.
believe in werewolves.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You turn back to face your friend on the roof. You notice that hair is growing on his face and hands. It's already started, cries the poor fellow. You stare in frozen horror as hair sprouts like weeds all over his body. With long, jagged fingernails, he tears open his shirt to reveal a chest covered with thick brown animal hair. He snarls and growls and bends down in a crouching position, ready to spring at you. You step back and nearly fall off the roof. You glance down fearfully at the ground below. It's a long drop and you could break your legs, but that may be preferable to staying on the roof with facing a werewolf. You might be able to climb in the window to the room you just left, but it's halfway around the roof. You may not be able to get there before the werewolf attacks.
Really want you to go back in the window. Oh. All right.
If you decide to jump, turn to page 36.
All right.
If you decide to try for the open window, turn to page 40.
If you decide to kick him in the nards.
Wolfmen don't have nards, Stacy. You can't just kick him in the nards.
Do they just like curl back up when he turns into a wolf man? Hair comes out, nads go
Men
up.
don't have nards.
Is that a fact? You're a cryptozoologist now with this important.
So go in the window, and we have to run
Or
into
die.
Chris.
Yeah.
Again, Chris is a real strong deterrent.
Jump.
Jump. All right, so I got one for jump.
Yeah.
Stacy says jump.
Jump, tuck, and roll.
You know what? When Stacy says jump, I say how high. Let's do this.
All the way off the
All
roof.
the way off the roof.
All right.
It worked really well in Fallen Kingdom.
I don't
It's
know.
all werewolf.
Oh
and
yeah,
weird
yeah,
guys rule.
because they managed to outrun lava,
That's how.
which is actually really easy to do, but
pretty
not when it's like
slow.
right behind you, because then you just
Yeah.
burn up. Because lava's really hot, you guys.
Yeah.
Like really, really hot.
Usually, it's the superheated gas traveling at hundreds of miles an hour that kills you.
Yeah.
Oh, this is later at the mansion.
Oh right.
If you haven't seen, sorry, spoilers.
Oh, I didn't even get to the mansion. Oh wait, weren't they having like a dinosaur auction at the mansion?
Yeah,
Okay.
with dinosaurs with little gavels. Sold. That would be much cuter.
Sold to the Deinonychus.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I have
Meanwhile,
absolutely
back at the
no
mansion
clue.
That's haunted.
It's
Meanwhile, over at the Frankenstein place,
okay. So we jumped.
better to
Jump.
take your chances and jump than be ripped to shreds by the monster.
True.
With a cry, you leap off the roof and take a jump to the left, and then a step to the right.
Shut up.
Musical Halloween episode.
And fall down, 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 and into the hairy arms of an 8-foot tall creature.
Bigfoot?
He makes the werewolf on the roof look like a pussycat. As he marches across the front lawn with you, You glance down at his huge feet and realize with a gasp who your captor is. Bigfoot.
Wow.
Now we'll be famous.
What a discovery.
What a discovery.
You are going to be world famous when you prove Bigfoot really exists. Too bad it doesn't work out that way.
Oh, because he won't take a selfie. with you?
Bigfoot carries you back to his forest lair, and you are never seen or heard from again.
Oh,
It's okay. It's actually a happy ending because
Yeah.
the Bigfoot's name is Joshua, and you're just in a big old cabin all alone with a big black dog.
kind of.
And he's like, well, you're just what I've been looking for. Joshua.
I'm gonna call that a win.
Yeah, I mean, we're never seen or heard from. Maybe we just learned the ways of Bigfoot, and
You go off the grid.
I like how you're in this spooky mansion and
Bigfoot's just hanging out.
and this Bigfoot's just hanging out, hanging out, and then he catches you, and that's your meet cute.
Right.
You're meat.
I imagine
It
him
is.
walking off in the woods, and she's like, "And I will always love you," and so on.
I like it.
Yeah, you know what? That's I think that's as good as we're gonna get.
That's as good as we're gonna get for midnight at Monster Mansion.
Man,
Um,
I call that an introvert's win.
Yeah.
He was like a secret introvert. He's like, oh, this is actually really nice. Okay.
Or maybe it's like a Dread Pirate Roberts thing where it's like you get to be Bigfoot eventually.
yeah, like
Pirate
after
Bigfoot.
like several years,
Yeah.
he like finally takes off his Bigfoot head. I mean, it'd be like, I'm not actually Bigfoot.
Ooh.
You're the ape man now, dog.
Hold the ape man.
Dad can't yell at you if he can't find you.
That's right.
Well, I think he gets eaten alive.
Okay. Well,
And then you go back to the mansion after a while, and then you meet up with Chris, and he's still there. And then you'd be like, have you ever thought of being Bigfoot? Oh. You would make a great Bigfoot.
we're recruiting.
We're recruiting for Bigfoots.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Chris is
Open
awfully
to many
whiny.
options. Many
So that
interpretations.
was Midnight at Monster Mansion
All right.
Super scary.
by
Super
Stephen
scary.
Ofta. Was it?
No.
Was it scary at all?
No, but there were surprised. I was surprised often.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
tell you
true.
that.
I'm going to call it Midnight at some Monsters Mansion. There's not a lot.
Midnight at Middling Mansion. Kind of. All right.
Yeah, it was like, meh, oh no. Okay.
Was
What are your other thoughts on this book? Brian.
Yeah, it was. I could have been more spooked. Got to be honest. The dynamite took me by surprise.
Yeah.
I will say that. But I'd say what's our scale?
Okay.
spooky,
On a scale of 0 to 10 bats.
Yeah. I would
right.
say pumpkin to 10 bats.
Yeah, on a scale of pumpkin to swarm of bats.
Yeah.
Where are you on this book?
I'm gonna put it right in the middle. 5 sharp werewolf claws.
5 sharp werewolf claws.
Yeah.
Right in the middle. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't meet enough monsters
Right.
for my liking.
No.
I would have liked the whole gang to be there. Maybe Abbott and Costello, but I'm not gonna push.
Maybe I got it wrong and Chris was either Abbott or Costello.
It's another fine mess he's gotten us into.
Another fine mess.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Okay. Laura, from pumpkin to swarm of bats.
I'd say 3 jack-o'-lanterns.
3 jack-o'-lanterns. Oh, just going up from pumpkin into 3 jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah.
carving 'em, yeah.
Well, like, we really only met 2 monsters, and only one was from the mansion. The werewolf was it. Everyone else was of our imagination, but in the book, Igor just had bad posture. And then there was a doctor.
It's true. He never. Well,
He wasn't really a monster.
Yeah.
He was just
he was a scientist.
He was a monster because he was, kidnapping people and
experimenting on
taking
their-
their brains out
Right.
and stuff. But
Gotta
he
be a
wasn't
HIPAA
like a
violation.
monster.
Well, says Chris.
yeah, true.
Is he a reliable narrator?
I think Chris is the monster in this book.
He really is.
Because he is an obnoxious character,
And
the way that I read him.
The way you read him, right?
and
He didn't say anything obnoxious ever. It was like all your inflection.
We've got to get out of here, gang.
And Bigfoot wasn't technically affiliated with the mansion. He was just like in the neighborhood.
Yeah. He's
So-
not a monster. He's just misunderstood.
Honestly, 1 monster.
Yeah. A werewolf.
If you just flip through the pages, though, we missed a
Mansion.
lot of monsters. Like, there's a lot more monsters in this
Yeah,
book.
exactly.
maybe.
Should have given us more.
Well, I mean, that tells everybody that they need to go
That's
out.
what I'm
Didn't get
saying.
to
Like,
the
there's
monsters.
monsters that we missed.
We did miss monsters in this book. There are over 30 endings, of which we got to maybe 5.
All right.
So keep that in mind when you are thinking of reading through Twist-a-Plot's Midnight at Monster Mansion, Stephen Odfinowski. And finally, Stacy, do you have any Jerry Springer final thoughts?
As the meanest person in this
I am the
table.
meanest person in the person.
Go easy.
No, I like this one. I liked
Yeah.
compared to some of the other books we've read. Now, this one is not a choose your own adventure. This is the first time we've read a Twist-a-Plot.
Yes.
And because there were some of them where there was like, wah, wah, like you just ended. At least when it was an ending, the ending
right.
itself was a twist.
Yeah.
It wasn't just, oh, you went back to the surface. Oh, you went back to the surface.
Yeah,
and the end. Like in a particular one that we read a whole bunch of boring endings in a row.
And
Yeah.
you talked to dolphins, and they couldn't figure out anything.
So I will give it like a
On a
solid.
scale of pumpkin to swarm of bats.
I'd give it a solid mummy.
Right.
Solid mummy.
Which we all know exactly what number that is.
8.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually what I
8.5.
was thinking.
8.5. All right.
Were you thinking exactly 8.5? Mummy
gonna
is
be
8.5.
I was thinking 8, but yeah.
The Ankh kind of looks like an 8, right?
Oh, there you go.
Sure.
Thing.
Nick, what about you?
yeah, well, Nick, let's
I
hear it.
give this a droopy spiderweb
A droopy spider web.
from Pumpkin. Because again, I am all equally disappointed that there aren't a ton of monsters, and Dr. Acula wasn't even bothering to drink your blood. He was doing sciencey stuff.
Right,
which
that
he
doesn't
doesn't
make
need to do
sense.
that. He's a
He's
spooky
already
vampire.
undead.
Yeah.
So it was. It's fun, but so far what we read, and feel free to get this yourself and read it yourself. I was disappointed in the lack of spoopiness.
So, like a spider web, but where one strand has gone across and gets caught in your face. So it's like, ew,
Which is just like
Yeah,
a sad
yeah.
spider where you're like, oh,
okay.
Yeah.
that spider's long gone.
Yeah. Okay. Well, on that note, this has been our very scary Halloween episode of Turn the Page. Run for your life. There's a Bigfoot behind you.
I don't want to run.
I'm your host, Nick Beer. With me today was Mr. Brian Bear.
It was a graveyard smash.
Oh.
Thanks for having me here.
Miss Laura Halterman.
I still want to change seats.
Okay. And Miss Stacy Pulowski. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Come celebrate at Variety Hour Happy Hours.
That's right. If you are in Milwaukee, you can see all of our faces live and in person at Variety Hour Happy Hours Halloween special on November 1st, Friday, November 1st at 8 p.m. Starring me, Stacy, and Brian.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll put a link in the comments.
We'll put a link in the comments to the show.
We hope to see you there.
Yeah. Thank you again to all of my guests. Thank you to Sexy Hackers for making hilarious and awesome T-shirts and giving us wonderful space to do our very spooky episode in. Thank you to Jason for hanging out, doing awesome tech for us, making us sound great, look great.
You bet. Hit the little ring the bell.
Please
on YouTube.
subscribe and follow us on sexyhackers.tv or
dare.
wherever, if you dare.
Please dare. Please dare.
Please do dare. Be brave. Don't be Chris. Because Chris wouldn't subscribe and follow. He would just
I don't know.
Don't be a Chris.
don't be a Chris. Thank you to all the Chris's that we slandered today. And most importantly, thank you so much for being you, listening to us read to you. And with that, I will see you next time through your ears on Turn to Page Fun.
But there hasn't been a podcast here for 40 years.
SexyHackers.com! Stream Team!